first off, thank you all for being here. So good afternoon and welcome to the long-awaited official grand opening of the new Student Recreation and Wellness Center at the University of Missouri St. Louis. My name is Cameron Roark and I am the president of the Student Government Association and your MC for today's event. I'm excited for this opportunity to share this day with all of you and to represent the student body. It was their foresight and vision that made this building possible. In 2004, the Student Government Association first considered the need for a dedicated recreation center on campus. The students saw the need for a space that would promote overall student wellness, provide ample space for pickup basketball, and serve as a gathering space. The proposal for a facility ended up being tabled. Fast forward to 2010, the newly elected Student Government Association President and Vice President, Daniel Rosner and Jared Selby, were cleaning out the SGA office when they stumbled upon a copy of the 2004 proposal to bring a recreation center to the campus. Rosner and Vice President Derek Selby spent the following year trying to determine why the proposal had not moved forward. At the same time, they set out to survey the student body about their aspiration to build a new, state-of-the-art recreation center at UMSL. It was with positive feedback from the current student body that reignited the desire to make a recreation center a reality. Through the referendum process in 2012 to the design and construction phases from 2013 to 2015, I am proud to say that students were at the table and helping to shape the building you see before us. Before I welcome our next speaker to the podium, I would like to recognize him for his support of this project. Chancellor George understood early the significant impact a dedicated student recreation and wellness center would have at UMSL. He worked closely with previous student leaders and was empathetic to the desire for a recreation facility where UMSL students are the priority. Here to share his thoughts on this amazing facility, Chancellor George.
Thank you very much, Cameron, and I want to say that he is such a successful president of SGA. He is in his second term now. Not a lot of people run in 2 terms, so Cameron, thank you very much. This is really a dream come true. When I arrived here in 2003, and I'm an avid exerciser, I mean, since this facility's open, every day I'm here in town, I'm always exercising here. We just didn't have enough facilities for both people doing recreational exercise, fitness, and then our intercollegiate athletics. And so we had to eventually build something in addition, and I just can't say enough about the students taking the initiative. They had several tries at this, and as you heard, Jerica Selby had to dust off some earlier plans as she built up her, strategic plans that move forward on this. We were all behind this. I mean, the faculty, the staff, the community. I acknowledge our president, Tim Wolf. You'll hear from him shortly. Wayne Good is here representing the board of curators. Without all of that support, this wouldn't happen. But this is really a fantastic facility. I work out all over the region. I belong to the YMCA. I've been on other fitness clubs. This really is the best. It's the absolute best. It's for our students. They paid for it by voting for it with a fee, but everyone can use it. You have to pay a bit, but everyone can use it. So faculty, staff, I pay, community people can use it. It's a great place to congregate. In fact, we don't have a faculty club, so I'm trying to suggest this is going to be our new faculty club. Come here, work out, exercise. Thank you all for being here. I couldn't be more pleased. This is a signature event for the campus. It imprints more our position in the community as an anchor institution. With that, I'll turn this over to Cameron again. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor George. To continue today's celebration, I'd like to introduce the President of the University of Missouri System, Timothy Wolf.
Good afternoon, and thanks, Cameron. So you're in term 2. Are there term limits here? I know there are term limits in Jeff City. I don't know if there's term limits at UMSL. I hope not, because we really do appreciate your leadership. This is an exciting day to be on campus as we celebrate the grand opening of this incredible facility. I remember not too long ago the groundbreaking. Unfortunately, it was raining, We did it inside, so we've got a little bit better weather, a few clouds, but it's a great day to celebrate this unbelievable building. And the energy and enthusiasm around this project that Cameron and Tom George talked about really propelled it forward in terms of getting the support from the leadership team at the system, but also the leadership of the Board of Curators. It only happened because of the unbelievable vision of the students on this campus. And this vision couldn't have become reality without the willingness of the UMSL students to vote for this. It's money that is hard-earned by themselves, the students, or by their parents, and they decided to commit their financial resources towards this building, and also they continue to support this on an annual basis and as part of their student fees for the continued maintenance, so that we continue to have this beautiful facility look as good as it does today as we open it. Students, be proud of this contribution that you have made to not only the campus but the entire St. Louis community, because you all understand the value of the center we bring to the campus, and generations upon generations of students after you can take advantage of this wonderful facility. And this is all part of the UMSL experience that will really differentiate to the St. Louis community why students should spend 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, whatever it is of their life here pursuing their educational passions, which prepare them for a job or for a postgraduate degree program. Facilities like this are critical to the development of students. We obviously understand the importance of the classrooms and the labs, but also we have to keep in mind the social experience and making sure that as students that we focus on our healthy well-being as well as the mental stimulation that we've got in the classrooms and working with the faculty. And it's really, I got to tour this. Cameron gave me the brief tour of this facility, and it's just totally remarkable. For those of you that haven't taken advantage of it or haven't been on the tour, I highly recommend that you go into it, because as I've gone across the 4 campuses and looked at the different facilities, you now can claim one of the premier physical workout facilities of any of the 4 campuses and one of the premier campus recreational facilities in this nation. So congratulations again to those students and those other faculty members and staff and associates that are out here. I hope that you enjoy this unbelievable recreation center for many, many years to come, and thank you for allowing me to spend some time with you. Thanks.
So thank you, President Wolf. Design, construction, and completion of this building would not have been possible without strong partnership. To highlight these strong partnerships, please help me welcome Miriam Racha, Assistant Dean of Students, to Campus Life.
Thanks, Cameron. The Student Recreation and Wellness Center has been an amazing project to be part of for the last 5 years. I've had the opportunity to work with a dedicated group of students who spent countless hours in meetings about a rec center they would never have the opportunity to use themselves. They cared about the well-being and future of future students, and they cared about the growth of the university. I wanted to first off thank Canon Design for their partnership throughout the project, especially George Nikolaevich and Whitman Rogers. For those of you who don't know, much of the building design occurred during our 50th anniversary here on campus. I remember very vividly carrying piles of bricks around, trying to make a match to the existing brick on campus as a reflection to those first 50 years. The building you see, that's what we're looking at. We're looking at a reflection to the previous 50 years, with the aluminum panels being that projection forward to the next 50 years of UMSL. Again, I feel like we delivered on that vision that the students had, and I thank Canon for being partners. I'd also like to thank our partners at River City Construction, who served as the general contractors for this project. Warren Moody, Chris Hart, Tom Polchinski were great to work with throughout the project. They made constant adjustments to ongoing construction projects in one of the busiest locations on campus. They helped us always try to balance the student needs and the crazy requests that we made to use space or adjust things or throw us, carnival in the middle of their construction delivery space, all of those things, and that we appreciate as well. Lastly, on behalf of our students, I'd like to thank my colleagues at UMSL. Opening a new building on campus is a difficult task, and takes immense coordination. It often involves weighing the needs of competing stakeholders, balancing design with function, as well as balancing that with the student needs and the program offerings. Sam Dirodari and Tom Royster were amazing partners throughout the majority of this project and constantly worked to balance my last-minute requests on behalf of our future building users and programmers with the demands of the architecture, construction, and mechanical needs, all while trying to stay within budget. There's an endless list of other UMSL colleagues, partners, and our partners at centers who've made this building possible, and I'd like to thank them as well. Before we get to the official ribbon cutting portion, I can't think of a better way to close the program than to welcome Jerica Selby, former SGA president, and Cameron Rowe, our current SGA president, to the podium.
Thank you, Miriam. I'm so happy and honored to be able to share this day with everyone. When we found that report in the drawer of the SGA office in 2010, I don't think any of us serving in the SGA then could have imagined the building we're standing in front of today. The student leaders who worked so diligently to get this project started would be amazed at this incredible state-of-the-art facility. Today marks the culmination of a concept that began over 10 years ago. It symbolizes the ability for the UMSL campus to have faith in a vision that had not yet been realized. An idea that came into sight because of a pressing need and desire for a student space that promotes activity, encourages collaboration, and promotes student community. During my tenure as president of the Student Government Association, I worked with a group of students who dedicated their time and efforts to this vision. These students spent countless hours brainstorming campaign ideas, collecting signatures around campus, and spending their time encouraging their fellow students to participate in the referendum process. I will never forget coordinating meetings with groups such as the tennis team or the debate club, ultimately ensuring that students across campus were educated and knew how to be involved in this process. It was in spring of 2012, the UMSL students overwhelmingly supported the referendum. With a historical voting turnout, the UMSL students voted nearly 2-to-1 in favor of a student fee to support the construction of a designated recreation and wellness center. This student-driven referendum was not possible without the support of UMSL faculty and staff. From the initial pitch made to Miriam in 2010 to ongoing discussions with the faculty at Senate meetings. I will never forget the trust the facility and the staff had in us not to get paint on the carpets when we had our first ever window painting event. Today is remarkable because it symbolizes the support UMSL has for its students. It illustrates the university's willingness to listen to its students, even if that means to transform the UMSL landscape. The UMSL Rec Center is a product of hard work, dedication, and collaboration. The UMSL Rec Center is a vision that has been realized. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerica. Now that the building is open, it has been amazing to see the impact it has already had on campus life. The Rec Center employs more than 100 student employees. I am actually one of those students, and am currently serving as one of the supervisors. Every day I work, I have the opportunity to gain valuable leadership skills that will benefit me in my future career, as do my coworkers. The participation at the Rec Center by students, faculty, and staff has always been amazing to witness. Each week, 5,000 to 6,000 people take advantage of this facility, with the majority being students. UMSL has the opportunity to host new events in this space. We welcome students back to campus at our Rock the Rec event and hosted a drive-in movie in the pool where we showed Jurassic World. In the short time this building has been open, It has already brought such a positive impact to the campus. I cannot wait to see its long-term impact on the UMSL community, especially when I come back to visit. At this time, I would like to welcome former SGA presidents Jerica Selby, Stephen Brockman, and Bennett Felton, along with the current Vice President of SGA, who I have the pleasure of serving with, Kristen Weiniger, to help me cut the ribbon and officially open the Student Recreation and Wellness Center at the University of Missouri St. Louis. Following this reception, or this ribbon cutting, please join us for tours of the facility and a reception in studio.
All right, thank you so much. Please join us inside for a short reception in Studio 4 and for tours.
And the air conditioning's out inside, so.